Hi guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner. Good morning guys, happy Monday. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few cards. I had this idea the other day to take out all of the scraps that I've saved and start making cards out of them. So I have these little containers that fit together, and I have 6 of these containers that are just full of die cut images that are partially colored or colored, and die cuts that I've cut out with you guys on video where I've explored dies with you. I have these things and I don't throw them out. So I thought maybe what we would do is just take some of these pieces that I have and put together 4 or 5 cards today. So that's what we're going to do. So in my containers, I had pre-made cards already made, like this, where I put together a couple and made frames and made cards out of it, but then I ended up not using them. So I pulled 4, and then we're going to make that one I just showed you a second ago. We're going to put that one together at the end. But these 4 were already like this when I pulled them out of that container. We're also going to be using those word dies that you see down there. But this one is a mama elephant one that I put together to show you when I picked up that die, and I never used it. I think because it's a side folding card, maybe. I'm not sure why I never bothered to use it, but I thought today would be the perfect day. This one is also a mama elephant set of dies and super cute. I like how it's all layered and popped up. This one is the wonky stitch dies from Cat Scrappiness, and I cut this out of, it looks like Nina cardstock. It looks like I made a frame out of it, and I don't know whether I will use that center piece or not, but we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. And then this one is Avriel. The last one is Avriel, the slanted stitch dies, which I just think are adorable. I've held on to them forever. I've had them for years, so that card base was made years ago. So some of the things we're going to be using are dies that I just cut out last week, and some are going to be things that I've held on to for years. And we're just going to go ahead and pick a few items, and then we're going to get busy putting them together, and I'll do a voiceover on the rest of the video. So now I've got all of the items that we're going to be using picked out and kind of set next to the cards. I think I have one off camera, and I'm doing this as a voiceover right now as I'm sitting in this line of traffic to pick up Pikachu from school. Have you guys ever done this? Oh my goodness. We literally have to get here an hour and 20 minutes before school lets out and sit in line just to pick him up, and then it's another 30 minutes on top of that. It's the most horrendous thing. I've never seen anything like this. So I do this every afternoon, so I'm going to start bringing projects to do while I'm doing it. So we're going to pop a few things up and not some things, but I've picked out just some things that were already done. Things that were already cut out, things that were already made, and right now we're going to start with just 2 simple images and 2 leaves, and we're going to use that die cut. I'm adding a little bit of black marker around the edges because these were cut out. I don't know, these might have been cut out by me, fussy cutted. They might have been cut out with the Brother Scan and Cut. I don't remember. That's how long these images have sat there. They're watercolored images. They're on watercolor cardstock, so they're nice and thick. And then I'm taking a couple of the leaves that we just got in our Spellbinders card kit club of last month, and I threw these dies away, guys. I know I did. I couldn't find them at all after I die cut a whole bunch of leaves with them. They're just nowhere to be found, and I hate that. So I've taken 2 watercolored floral images. I believe those images are from My Favorite Things. I've added just 2 of those leaves to the outside corners, if you will, going in. And we're going to add the word die that we had made last week from the Brother Scan and Cut. And I popped up only one of those flowers, and the other one I'm gluing straight down. But it took me a hot minute to figure out where I wanted that other flower to go. Up, down, side to side. But in the end, I really love a card that has a lot of white on it. Not everybody does, but if you do, this is a simple way to get some cards made up that are really pretty, but don't require a ton of time. I think that the card that's going to take me the most amount of time was the blue and purple flowers, because it was an arrangement and it just took me a few minutes to figure it out. So I think I've got this. Nope, we're going up and down still. Girls, that's the hardest thing, is figuring out which way it goes. All right, I pressed, so they're there. And that's card number 1. Super cute. Card number 2 is going to be so easy. Don't blink. It's going to be over. I took 2 more of the florals that were watercolored, and I'm going to put one that's going to go off to the right, one that's going to go off to the left. I'm going to attach a couple of leaves. I'm going to put a sentiment, and that's going to showcase right in the middle of that opening, and that card is going to be done. Stunning. I think it's absolutely stunning. Now, towards the end of this video, my daughter comes in to the room and tells me that she's about to leave for a little while, and she says to me, she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, these are beautiful. She goes, the only thing is, and she pointed to the card I'm doing right now, and she says, I think I would have made around the circle like green or something. I would have put some color on it. And so many people would agree with her, right? But I think a white card is just stunning. So there's card 1 and 2. Super easy, super fast, right, guys? So card number 3 is also the Mama Elephant. It's their basic scalloped and stitched dies that go together. And I've taken the blue and the purple flowers, and I'm just going to try to arrange them in a bouquet. And then I'm going to center that bouquet with another word die. And that's going to give me a happy, which we're going to put birthday in the middle, a hello, and a thank you card, or a thanks card. Super cute, right? So I'm going to add one of the purple flowers to the right. I'm going to add one of the purple flowers to the left. Now, these were some die cuts, some watercoloring that I did on some florals. But when I cut them out with my brother Scan and Cut, they cut the lines, the little stems, so paper thin that I didn't think I was actually going to be able to use this in a project. So it's just been sitting in that bucket for, probably a year, guys. I'm guessing I've had this die set for about, these florals for about a year. And it just kind of sat there. So now I'm using my art glitter glue to glue all these down. I just picked the one with the fine tip because I knew these weren't very big images. And I just thought it would, just use one. Let's speed up the process here today. So it's going to take me a hot minute to figure out where I want these florals to go, because I really wanted it to look like a floral arrangement, right? I knew that I wanted to have a leaf going off to the right. I knew I wanted to use that cluster of dots to the left, and I had one little dot that I pulled off that I wanted to put somewhere else on the card, like it had fallen off of this brig or something, right? Was my idea. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with this last blue flower. I was just trying to get it to look like it was part of the bouquet and not like it was just kind of placed on top. I think I might have popped up the last blue flower. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember whether I did or didn't. Either way, I think that this turned out super cute. And I would have to say that this one right now, the one that I'm working on so long, is probably my favorite, but they're all really super cute. And I think that the pink ones, the ones with the hello on it, I think that one is super Florida-ish, right? It's super Hawaii, Florida-ish, I think, the way it turned out. It's just super cute. So I encourage you to get out your die cuts and just play. The way I did it today is I just started with those card bases. I pulled out the container that had all of my, front pieces or card bases I haven't used, and literally I just pulled it out and then chose some of them and went from there. And that sparked the creativity that you're seeing now. So sometimes if you've got a blank area on your desk or a blank card you're looking at, pull some stuff out. Just pull it out, set it aside, and then just start creating. That's why I always like to keep some colored images around, because you can make a card super quick that way. Or at least I think you can anyway. And die cut images are so quick to throw together on a card if you're making them the focal point of the card, which is what I'm doing today anyway. Not always. So let's see where we're at in this video. Yes, I'm still sitting in this line. No, we haven't moved at all. And it is, right now it is 2 o'clock. School lets out at 2:15. And I'll still be sitting here when school lets out. The line won't even move, I guarantee you. And it is like this every single day. I can't believe people do this every day. I really can't, but okay, enough. Okay, what are we doing now? I think, oh, there's the little blue dot. Ta-da! And there's card number 3. Isn't it stinking adorable? I think that's my favorite. All right, so the next one I actually had an inspiration for. So when I did those leaves this weekend, when I cut those leaves out, I used the negative part, and I did some of my favorite stuff. I'd used some vellum and some Distress Oxide inks, and I made a little leaf vellum insert. Now, I had no idea when I would use this. Didn't have a clue in my mind when I would use it. When I pulled all of this out today and saw that khaki card, I remembered that. When I saw the leaves, I'm like, When I was going through my stuff, I remembered, oh, I need to give a card to an adult Boy Scout, a teenage boy who is about to leave home, who has been a Boy Scout his whole life. And I thought that this card would be a great card for that. This is an image I colored 2 years ago, I think. Super cute image. And I decided to make it look boyish, or, like jungle boyish kind of thing. But with the Boy Scout on there, because he's off to new journeys. He's moving out of home. He's moving away from home, starting school in another state. And I thought that this card would be appropriate for his little gift card that we'll be giving him. So I think it turned out stinking adorable. All I'm going to do now is just attach some leaves going every which way. And then I will be adding a sentiment as well as a gift pocket on the inside of the card, actually using that wonky edged piece that I had in the beginning. And that is going to be card number 3. Really cute, right? All right, I think it's adorable. I really do. And to come up with it like that. So here's card number 5. And card number 5 is a Gina Marie design scalloped frame, as well as a stitched panel. And I believe that that's a well, I'm not sure. It's an embossed folder, is what it is. And I thought with these 3 leaves, I'm just attaching them. They came in 2 pieces that you could attach on top of each other. And at first I thought I would be doing some inking to give it a little more dimension. But then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to put that pop of green on that white card, and that's going to be the card. So I've glued all 3 of those leaves together. And then I'm going to be popping up the one in the center of my card, and then I'm just going to be adding the word hello on the bottom. And that was another hello that we had already made together. And I've decided that I'm just going to be popping up one of them, and then I'm just going to try to center them so that the 3 of them are evenly spaced on the card. And that's going to give us a pop of color, and I really like the white cards, guys. I really do. I have to say, I always have. So I think now I'm actually adhering that middle card, and I did use the little lines on my desk to help me do that. And then I'm going to be pulling up the olive green. I'm going to be pulling it up and recentering it, and then I'll be adding the word hello to the bottom. And I think that all of these cards turned out super cute and not bad for a half hour in the office, right? That's the biggest thing that I wanted to bring to you today, is that just pull out some of the stuff you already have and work on it just a little bit. Get yourself a blank canvas and stare at it for a second, and then go ahead and bring out your die cuts that you've had, or some of the images that you have created, and just set them down next to your cards and see what flows. I think this process was super cute, and I had so much fun doing it. So here's a look at all of them. I'll have the close-up videos in a moment. Have a great day. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.